Good morning and welcome to Real Women, Real Issues. I'm Ardelle Bradley, and with me this morning I have STACY Shaeffer. She is the owner of STACY Shaeffer Photography. Thank you.
Good morning.
I guess I left out the most important thing. You are also the photographer of this wonderful backdrop.
I am. Absolutely. I was approached to provide some gorgeous backdrops that kind of capture women in everyday life and our struggles and our emotions,
Absolutely.
our feelings, just the daily struggle that all women have, and I hope that I provided that with these.
Oh, you did. You did an awesome job. Did you travel around? Was it just Detroit, or were you other places?
Some of them, most of them were here in Detroit. There are a few that were out on location in other areas, but the majority were right here in Detroit.
Now, are they models of yours, or do you just
Some
find
are
people?
models, some are clients, some are people that I approached on the street or at their job and asked them if I could, take some photos for this specific project.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
it turned out wonderful. I
Thank
get questions
you.
about it all the time, actually.
Oh, good.
And knowing that, can people come to you if they have something they want done, like maybe Christmas pictures, for instance, family portraits, opening up of a new business, and they want you to come?
Yeah, absolutely. I cover everything. I do all portraits of, newborns, children, maternity, families. I also do special events. I cover openings, grand openings, and then I also do a lot of creative projects just for myself as well.
Now, do you have a storefront, or do you sell some of your photography out of or do you have shows, or how do you sell?
I have a studio. I actually have two spaces that I work out of currently in Macomb Township and New Baltimore.
Okay.
We are looking to expand in 2015, so we're looking for new property. And I also sell, I do little vendor shows here and there for specific events.
Now, do you go out and you just take pictures that you think is a beautiful picture, and then those are the ones that you frame and put for sale?
Sometimes. I do a lot of nature stuff, and that's more those kind of creative projects that are just for me. I do have some people who will purchase some of my more fine art in nature, landscapes, and things of that sort.
Now, knowing my backdrop is black and white, is that what you prefer, or do you like sepia, color?
I prefer color for this set. I think that the black and white kind of stood the test of time, makes it just a little bit more fine art and allows the host and your guests to be the focal point.
Now, you say you prefer color. Is there a reason why?
I just think it provides more of an in-the-moment aspect to what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I like sepia myself. I love black and white. I think black and white is crisp.
Yes.
I think you see the edges and look at more of the detail.
Correct.
But you like, colors, okay,
Right.
too. Sometimes you can do a little color.
Yeah.
Now, I also wanted to know, when you go out and you do a shoot, if someone calls you, will you travel and go, for instance, I want to take a shoot of my family around the river, the lake. So you'll come. Do you charge by the hour, or is it just by a setting?
I do a lot of it different ways. I do shoot in my studio spaces. I also shoot on location. So if you would like photos done in your home or on your property or at a park or a beach, I do travel. I do on location, in studio, and I provide packages, print packages, and a lot of variety for my clients.
Now, how do they get in touch with you? Do you have a Facebook page or a web page?
I have everything. So I have a website, which is StacyShaefferPhotography.com. I'm also on Facebook, which is Facebook.com/Stacy Shaeffer Photography. I'm on Instagram, Google+, Twitter, everywhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you said you're looking to opening up another store. Where would that location be? Are you looking?
We're still looking. Yeah, we're still looking, in the process of looking, but we're keeping our options open and try to get everything under one roof this coming year.
You say we. Who's in the business
My
with
husband.
You? Okay, so it's a family affair.
So it is a family affair. We have 4 beautiful children, 3 boys and a little girl, and we have 3 businesses between the two of us. So
all
we are
photography businesses?
Photography, and my husband's an electrical contractor, and then we also buy and flip and rent out houses as well. So we're a busy
I thought I
family.
did it all. Listening to you, I don't know.
We do a little bit of everything, but it is a family affair, and our children are involved, and we're trying to teach them to be entrepreneurs and independent thinkers.
That makes it wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to hear more about that in a moment, but now we're going to go to Jungle Juice for the Juice of the Week. Thank you, Ardelle. Hi, my name is Regina Hunter Coleman.
And I'm Sarita Hunter Das.
This month, it's all about the pomegranate. But before we go into that, I'd like for you to know that Jungle Juice Bar is more than just a juice bar. In addition to our fresh juices and smoothies, we offer an array of foods. We have soups, salads, sandwiches, and guilt-free desserts.
And our juice for today is straight pomegranate juice. Did you know with just one pomegranate, you can receive 40% of vitamin C? This would be a great juice to get your day started with. Not only do you receive vitamin C, but it also gives you energy as well. If you come in around lunchtime, why not have a collard green wrap to go with it?
With that 40% of vitamin C, that's great going into the cold and flu season. A lot of people are going to be looking for vitamin C to help build their immune system.
That's right. So come to Jungle Juice Bar, and don't forget, your health is your wealth.
Try the juice of the week and much more at the Jungle Juice Bar. The Jungle Juice Bar is located on Charlevoix in Grosse Pointe Park.
When you're having a heart attack, this is how it feels to your heart. And if it happens at night or on the weekend, there's only one hospital team standing by on site to save you. Cardio Team 1, only at the DMC.
We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table. When we sit down together, we share our expertise. You've got a legal problem, we know you need relief. Advice that you can trust, that's why people come to us. We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table.
My friends, I want to introduce you to Samasco Financial. As attorneys, they worked hard to protect clients on a legal basis, only to watch many lose their money in the unpredictable and risky stock market. Samasco Financial has recognized the need for asset protection for our seniors and has introduced investment planning that will grow your nest egg without the risk of loss. To find out more about how Samasco Financial can protect your financial future, call 586-493-9989.
Groundbreaking, life-saving, history-making. The new DMC Heart Hospital, summer 2014. The beat goes on.
Real Women, Real Issues is brought to you by Mike's Fresh Market.
Welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. I'm Ardelle Bradley, and with me today I have STACY Shaeffer. She is the owner of the STACY Shaeffer Photography Studio, and like I said earlier, she is the woman who did these wonderful pictures in my backdrop. And I'm just trying to realize, we left off at the last segment with you have 4 children, you have a husband, you have 3 businesses, you flip houses.
Yes.
How do you do all this?
We just get up and go. it just, you know, if you sit and think about all the things that are on your plate and on your list to do for the day,
Correct.
You're going to get overwhelmed and sit back down on that couch and not get anything
And
accomplished.
not do anything. And
So-
I know for me it helps to be organized and have a list of things.
Yes.
Like in the car now, I leave here, I have somewhere I have to go. I have
For
a list
sure.
of everything I have to do.
Oh, yes.
Now, do the children help you?
They do. They actually, with the first studio that we had, it was a family affair. So we had all the kids in there helping. My parents, my brother, my in-laws,
good.
everybody had a little hand in putting it together. So it just makes it that much more special.
Now, how did you find this to be your passion? Did you always take
You know,
pictures as a kid?
I didn't, actually. It was something that I found later in life. About maybe 2008, I started thinking, you know, I'm tired of paying outrageous prices for my children's pictures at these studios, not getting their personality, not getting what I'm looking for. So I picked up a camera and just started, you know, lots of late nights, lots of studying, lots of hard work, a
Now,
lot
were
of
you
hard
working
work.
another job while you were doing that?
I was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm just a
Which is a
work-at-home
job.
mom now. It's a full-time job for sure. But yeah, just a lot of late nights and self-taught, and worked my, you know, little fanny off there to get where I am today. And there's nothing like hard work. That's success. It's a great measure of success.
So it's just natural for you. You didn't go to school or take any classes?
No,
You
no,
just
not
have
for
an eye
this.
for it.
Not for this, but yes.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Now, how does your husband feel about it?
He loves it. He absolutely loves it. It works for our family. Again, we have 4 kids, so being able to schedule around everybody's schedule for him and I both is fantastic. And it's chaotic, but it's our chaos, and it's home.
It works good.
It works good for us.
Now, does he take pictures also? I know
No,
you said he
does
works in the
not.
business. Okay,
no,
he
he's
doesn't
just
do
my
that.
support system along with my parents and my family. So yeah.
Now, where do you see your company in 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope to be doing a little bit more commercial work, more projects like this.
Okay.
I'm looking to get a bigger studio to accomplish those goals.
Okay.
I'd like to do a little bit more in sports photography, maybe, things like that. So,
Are
I'm
your
really
children
excited.
involved in sports?
Lots of sports.
Okay.
Lots of sports. Yes.
So I'm sure you have wonderful pictures of that.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it. I just love being able to know that when they get older, they've got a great history to look back on.
Now tell the women who are out here watching who may have children, husband, work another job, if they have something, a passion that they can follow, what did you do, or what advice can you give them to be successful?
You know,
at
it's
that?
just one of those things that's in you. Like if you're passionate about something that you just, if you go to bed thinking about it at night and you wake up thinking, oh, I wish I could do this and this, do it. Get up and do it. And if, you know, if there's always an excuse, there's never a great time to do anything in life. You just have to grab your hand, your partner's hand, take that leap and pray for wings on the way down, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to be successful.
I think you had wings. You found your
Yes.
wings and now you're flying.
Yes, thank you.
You're more than welcome. Are there any challenges? I'm sure there are. Or what challenges have you found?
The challenge is really to just balance family and balance work, especially with the amount of children and businesses that we have. But we make it work. I mean, we're a good team and we have a great support system in our family.
Oh, that helps a lot.
for
Now,
sure.
All 4 of your children still school age? Are they-
Yes, they are 12, 10, 7, and 6. 3
Okay,
boys
very
and a
much
girl.
so. Very much so. And I
Yes.
met your mother earlier, so I know she's a big help to you.
She's a
She-
great help. My mom and my dad both, for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Family is the best.
It is, for sure.
Well, I want to thank you, Stacy, for being with me, and thank you definitely for doing the pictures. I think they're
No
awesome.
problem. Thank you
And
anytime.
Who knows? I do Christmas pictures every year with my family. I might have to.
Perfect.
Come
I have
get some
Christmas
taken.
sessions coming up soon, so that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll be back right after this.
Jazz it up at Bricker to the spur.
It's the holidays, and nothing keeps you warmer than a beautiful new fur. This is Arthur Bricker from Bricker Tunis Furs in West Bloomfield. We have the largest selection of furs anywhere in Metro Detroit. New arrivals from Europe in styles you won't find anyplace else. Right now, get 30 to 50% off. Bricker Tunis Furs in West Bloomfield, 30 to 50% off. We're open 7 days a week for the holidays. Call 248-855-9200.
Groundbreaking. Life-saving. History-making. The new DMC Heart Hospital, summer 2014. The beat goes on.
My friends, I want to introduce you to Samasco Financial. As attorneys, they worked hard to protect clients on a legal basis, only to watch many lose their money in the unpredictable and risky stock market. Samasco Financial has recognized the need for asset protection for our seniors and has introduced investment planning that will grow your nest egg without the risk of loss. To find out more about how Samasco Financial can protect your financial future, call 586-493-9989.
Ardelle Bradley's hairstyle provided by Megan Mitchell Hair Salon in Ferndale.
Welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. I'm Ardelle Bradley, and with me now I have Sheri Crawley, and she is the owner and founder of Pretty Brown Girl. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. I've been wanting you on for a while now, and I think this is the perfect time of the year, the season that people need to buy gifts, and Pretty Brown Girl will be the first place to go.
The perfect keepsake for any girl, yes.
I know when we first met, you were starting the business, and we were talking and dreaming. We were actually at a retreat, and now, I look back then and look at us now, both of us, in fact, and I'm like, wow,
Yes.
see how things happen with that one word, Pretty Brown Girls. And,
Absolutely.
and I know, but tell my viewers, how did you come up with Pretty Brown Girls?
Well, actually, it was answered prayer. Inspired through my 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters. They're 8 and 9 now, but they were 4 and 5 at the time. And we relocated back to Michigan. I'm originally from Detroit, as you know. And we moved out to the suburbs. And my oldest daughter, Layla, was the only African American in her classroom. And I could see her going from this bubbly young lady, very vibrant, and to being very withdrawn. And so her self-esteem was being affected by not seeing her own image around her in the classroom. And then prior to that, I had taken both girls to American Girl store. We lived in Chicago, we lived downtown, and I promised them a birthday party, and not one of the little girls chose a black doll when given the choice.
Your daughters?
My daughters and the other young ladies that were a part of our party. And the only black doll they had at the time, was a freed slave. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe their own choices because we had inundated them with positive messages. They knew their history. Both my husband and I worked really hard for that. But that was a test, as we know, the historical doll test that was done in 1942. Those results, even when the test was reconducted, that nothing had changed. And that was back from Brown versus Board of Education. So 60 years ago. And yes, we have a black president and all of wonderful role models. But yet, the glamorization of European concepts of beauty, we can see that from the choices that our children were making. So that was the start. That was planting that seed.
And then Pretty Brown Girl?
Yes, and so...
You went online, I think, as I remember?
Yes, you remember that story.
I
you remember
do.
that story. Well, at that time, because we had relocated back, my prayer in terms of how I was going to reinvent myself was how could I inspire and impact and empower others with my gifts and talents. And so one day I heard my husband address our girls with this affirmation of Pretty Brown Girl. He started saying it around the home because we knew what was going on with them. And it kind of struck me, and I said, let me look that up, prettybrown.girl.com. And there was no website, it didn't even exist. And I'm like, no one thought to even put Pretty Brown Girl together in cyberspace?
Because they were waiting for you.
They were waiting, yes, yes, yes. And so my husband said, you should buy that domain. And being the entrepreneur that I am, if I get an idea, I'll buy the domain on any type of idea. And I said, no, I'll wait until I'll get it later. And he said, no, you should get it now. And literally, I just saw this 4 days later, after I purchased it, because I did, someone tried to buy it from me.
Oh, wow, and you're like, no.
Yes, yes, yes. That's when the little hairs on the back of your neck stand up. And so we got really busy manufacturing the first Pretty Brown Girl doll, the first of many more to come. And we morphed our two daughters' faces together, and everything from their hair to the eyelashes we created together as a family. Awesome. And so that was the beginning of the Pretty Brown Girl movement.
Now, the name, do they have names, your dolls?
This first one is Layla, named after my daughter who was going through the self-esteem challenges, and I'm glad to say that those are no longer issues at all.
I was going to say, have those changed?
Absolutely,
they wear
yes.
the Pretty Brown t-shirt, Pretty Brown Girl t-shirt, and backpack.
Yes, they are ambassadors for the brand. They'll stop people at the grocery store and tell them all about the Pretty Brown Girl movement. So they're super excited, and we are as well, that we've seen this transformation happen with them, not just with the name, but with the dialogue and conversation that we need to have with all of our children at an early age about, loving the skin they're in and who they are, and not leaving that out. I think that elephant in the room sometimes, we leave out thinking, oh, why would we bring that up?
But you need to.
But avoiding it is actually very destructive. And so that's what we said, we had to be able to proactively have these conversations.
We'll be right back. I know you have a million things you want to tell all of us. But first, we're going to go to Dr. Shauna Ryder-Diggs for the Dermatology Tip of the Week.
Hello, this is Dr. Shauna Diggs with your Skincare Tip of the Week. Today, we're going to talk about laser hair removal. So with lasers, you can treat blood vessels, hair, tattoos. Today, we're going to talk about hair. The laser light interacts with melanin, or dark color, in the hair. So it does really well for black hair, dark brown hair, medium brown hair. Starts to work a little bit not so well when you get to the blonde or gray hair. It can treat to some extent because not all gray hair is white. Some of it's sort of that silver fox look. But if it's truly white hair, it does not work. So today we're going to show you laser hair removal. Basically, it's a machine. You set the setting depending on the person's skin color and their hair color. So as we treat with the laser, I can actually see the hair, and as I treat it, it sort of shrivels up a little bit, and you can sometimes smell crinkled hair. Go in a grid-like pattern along the skin, treating every inch. So today we're treating the hairs. Probably 80% of the hairs are in. Usually 15 to 20% of our hairs are always shed, just like on your scalp hair, your hair sheds every day. So then we should treat again in about a month. And that time we're catching those hairs that were gone today will be there next time. So each time you treat, you're catching another set of hairs. You really need to get probably each hair 3 times, and usually that takes about 6 treatments to get good laser hair removal. This is Dr. Shauna Diggs, and this has been your skincare tip of the week.
To learn more about Cosmetic Derm and their revolutionary skincare products and services, please visit drshaunadiggs.com.
Opportunity. It doesn't stare you in the face. It's not going to yell at you to come and get it. It doesn't knock. So what does opportunity look like? Not what you might think. You see, opportunity is not a right. It's definitely not equal. And it doesn't come with an instruction manual. That's because opportunity isn't found. It's molded, it's built, it's created. It's as much about grit as it is intellect. An explosive high-tech corridor located at the intersection of muscle and brains? You bet. Because opportunity only comes to those already in the game. What does opportunity look like? It looks like Detroit. Opportunity made in Detroit.
When you're having a heart attack, this is how it feels to your heart. And if it happens at night or on the weekend, there's only one hospital team standing by on site to save you. Cardio Team 1, only at the DMC.
Ardelle Bradley's fashion provided by the Turquoise Boutique in Detroit.
Mike's Fresh Market, Detroit's largest independent supermarket with the best prices, quality, and service. Enjoy our vast selection of fresh fruits and vegetables. Wide aisles lead you to our own in-house bakery and deli. Beef, pork, chicken, seafood, and much more. You can rest assured you will feed your family the freshest food in town. Whatever you need, you can find it here at Mike's Fresh Market. Mike's Fresh Market with 2 locations, Gratiot and 7 Mile and Livernois and 7 Mile. Better food, better prices. That's Mike's promise.
Groundbreaking, life-saving, history-making. The new DMC Heart Hospital, summer 2014. The beat goes on.
Jazz it up at Bridgerton is fur.
It's the holidays, and nothing keeps you warmer than a beautiful new fur. This is Arthur Bricker from Bricker Tunis Furs in West Bloomfield. We have the largest selection of furs anywhere in Metro Detroit. New arrivals from Europe in styles you won't find anyplace else. Right now, get 30 to 50% off. Bricker Tunis Furs in West Bloomfield, 30 to 50% off. We're open 7 days a week for the holidays. Call 248-855-9200.
The Detroit Seafood Market is a proud sponsor of Real Women, Real Issues.
Welcome back to Real Women, Real Issues. I'm Ardelle Bradley, and with me today, you met a few moments ago, Miss Sheri Johnson Crawley, and she is the owner and founder of Pretty Brown Girl. Yes, you were giving us some wonderful information. I know all of our viewers out there are going to want to get one of these beautiful dolls. Yes. I know you said this is the first. Yes. And how many do you have now in the Pretty Brown Girl lineup?
Well, this is our first creation. Okay. So after the Pretty Brown Girl doll, we created other products with the trademark name of Pretty Brown Girl.
The T-shirt in which you're
T-shirts,
wearing?
which are more popular even with us older Pretty Brown girls, as well as backpacks, accessories, posters, wristbands, all that carry the name of Pretty Brown Girl, but our plans are to expand the doll line as well.
And I know from, working other jobs that you also have a mentoring program that you can go to schools or churches or Girl Scout troop leaders, and tell us something about that.
Yes, we're very excited. Pretty Brown Girl right now is the fastest growing girls group in the nation and the only one focused on the social emotional well-being of girls of color. So we have over 150 Pretty Brown Girl clubs nationally, as well as 2 international clubs. And they span from K through 12. We even have clubs at University of Michigan, Michigan State, Spelman, DePaul. So we're growing there as well.
Wow. Now, how can someone start that? Like, I'm doing a Girl Scout troop at the school I work at. How can, if we want to become a Pretty Brown Girl, what is the process? What do they need to do that?
Absolutely. Well, our memberships start back up in February, where we have our National Day. So Pretty Brown Girl Day is celebrated the 4th Saturday of February during Black History Month. And that starts our program year. We work with schools throughout the year. So schools can contact us on our website, prettybrown.girl.com, and learn about our Common Core-based curriculum. It's a 20-week program that really gives an instructional platform to discuss colorism, because it affects academic achievement.
And you mentioned the core, because I know that's with the testing now, what they go by, the core curriculum.
Yes.
And so that would also help in that. So it's
Absolutely.
educational, with everything else that you have.
Yes, yes. We support different Common Core-based standards as well, and the girls have fun with it. So we're really excited. There's several schools in the Detroit area, Cass and Renaissance as well included, as high schools that are incorporating our program.
So what haven't you thought of? I know I also got an email from you that you're having a program. It's a tea.
Yes.
December. Tell us about the tea that's coming up.
Yes, it's our Layla and Me Holiday Party.
Okay.
Yes, and we are super excited. This year, December 12th to the 14th, will be a global celebration for girls. So the call to action is nationally for people in their communities to host teas for girls. Number one, to be able to give etiquette lessons, right, which is something that we've gotten far away from, teaching those basics, but also empowerment, and we'll be honoring different girls in the community that are role models for others. So our event here in the Detroit area will be taking place at the Westin Hotel on Sunday, December 14th. And we will be having the information published soon on our website so that the registration will be open.
And how can someone, if they go to the website, can they give you their email and then they will become part of you?
Yes,
whenever you do
things? Yes, they can register there for the tea, and they receive a tea guide that walks them through step by step the agenda and the etiquette lessons. All of that's available at no cost on our website when they register, but also all of the information on frequently asked questions, how to join the movement. Our mailing list is there as well on prettybrown.girl.com.
Okay, now I know you, Sheri. This is not it. So what's on your agenda next? Where's Pretty Brown Girl going?
Yes, well, we are so excited. We're anticipating a national tour to be able to take the movement on the road. So we're really excited about that, being able to produce events and have girls all over. We had our first international conference in Nassau, Bahamas earlier this year. Yes, and over 200 girls came out to that event. So we are looking to do a multi-city tour, but as well we would like to see our after-school program implemented with as many schools as possible.
Because they need it, we need it.
Yes, and we meet so many women, right, that say, I wish this was something that was around when I was growing up. And we want girls to be able to have gone through this process and say, look, when I was 6 or 7 years old, or when I was in high school, there was a Pretty Brown Girl program in my community where my voice could be heard, and I was dealing with so many different issues related to skin tone and self-esteem that I was able to have a safe place for that to take place, yes.
Well, it's been a pleasure
to
have you here. We'll have to come back because I know you have a lot more to do,
yes,
a lot more to say.
Absolutely, and you have Pretty Brown Girls of yourself, and I want to make sure we get them some.
Oh, we will, we will.
Okay.
And thank you for joining us this week. We'll be back next week, same place, same time, with more Real Women, Real Issues.